Tens of millions of letters are delivered to Congress every year, but not this way. Today, a letter carrier from Florida landed a gyrocopter on the lawn of the U.S. Capitol, where he was promptly arrested. He was trying to make a political statement, but the unintended message he delivered is just how easy it still is to breach the most secure airspace in America. Jeff Pegues is live in Washington, near the Capitol, near the landing site. Jeff, what happened today?
Well, Scott, this is the kind of security breach that doesn't happen very often, but this gyrocopter that you mentioned landed behind me here on the west lawn of the Capitol, and it caused quite a stir, shutting down roads here and catching the attention of tourists as well. This was a gyrocopter piloted by a 61-year-old man, a man named Doug Hughes from Tampa, who was trying to make a point about campaign finance reform. He flew that gyrocopter into this restricted airspace by the Washington Monument, and you can see the White House in the foreground, and he ended up here on the west lawn of the Capitol. Now, this is something that he has had planned, according to the Tampa Bay Times and his friends, for some time. In fact, one of his friends that we spoke to today said that they had been interviewed by the Secret Service over a year ago, or about a year ago, and that the Secret Service was aware of the fact that Doug Hughes had something planned. But authorities say they aren't commenting right now. They referred us, the Secret Service did, to the Capitol Police. Scott?
Well, the Secret Service would be the wrong agency because, as you just pointed out, I was just watching the video here. As you pointed out, the Capitol Police have control of the Capitol area. It would be their responsibility. We heard from NORAD earlier today, the North American Air Defense Command. They said that military radars did not pick up this aircraft. I understand that a CBS camera earlier in this flight path caught the gyrocopter going past the White House, past the Washington Monument, all the way up the mall, and then landing finally there on the west front of the U.S. Capitol. Now, Jeff, I understand that the pilot had 535 letters with him on the helicopter. What point was he trying to make?
Well, we know that he was trying to make a splash, and he certainly got a lot of attention out here today. He was trying to deliver those messages to members of Congress. This was a point he was trying to make about campaign finance reform. Scott?
There was no effort that we know of to intercept the gyrocopter. The U.S. Coast Guard keeps helicopters at Reagan National Airport for that purpose, but none of them were scrambled because apparently the man never showed up on the radar, but he's in custody tonight. Jeff Pegues reporting for us from the west front of the Capitol. Jeff, thank you very much.